What's up, guys? Cable's here. Today I'm going to do my review of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 4, Episode 16. And the title was called Friends and Enemies. Now, I'll admit in this episode at first it was pretty slow for me, but near the end it picked up. And pretty much from this episode seems like more of a setup for next week's episode, because I saw the preview and I gotta say I'm pretty excited for the next episode. But let's go on with this episode's review. So, we start off with, Obi-Wan. He's still undercover as Hardeen, and he's still with Cad Bane and Morale Evolve, and they crash land on this swamp-like planet. Now, the reason they wanted to crash land on this planet because they didn't want anybody to follow up from their trail and, notice that the missing ship was there. So that's why they had to go and get rid of the ship that they had and go buy a new one. And this planet really, the swamp-like area, it was really more of like a safe haven for criminals, for people to like hide out or to get supplies such as weapons or gear or anything like that, or to buy anything. So really, pretty much it was like a place where bounty hunters or this other criminals hide out. And so the plan was for them to get new gear because they were still in their prisoner clothes and buy some weapons to get a ship and just leave immediately because they needed to get Morale evolved to where he needed to be. And Obi-Wan didn't get the ship. However, Cad Bane didn't want so-called Hardeen to basically follow them because he wanted full percentage of the profits. Because Cad Bane doesn't like to share anything, especially when it comes to money. And so Cad Bane kind of like betrays Obi-Wan, or Hardeen, you want to call it. And Obi-Wan gets captured by some of the Hutt clans because apparently when they went to get gear, Cad Bane had assaulted Pablo, who was the owner of the shop, and basically he took his toothpick because he made like a smart remark. So he took his toothpick and basically kind of stabbed him like near the upper part of the chin. And pretty much his wife or girlfriend was pissed off about it, so she called the Swamp Guards, which were very similar. I believe they did the same thing to like episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, where we saw some of those Swamp Guards there. So it was pretty cool to see them. I noticed things like that, so yeah. And so when Obi-Wan got captured, he quickly got freed, and he kind of betrayed Hardeen and Cad Bane, and then they had their ship was destroyed, and they worked something out to where Obi-Wan was able to get more credits because he talked with Mace Windu and Yoda. But Yoda and Mace Windu were kind of skeptical because Obi-Wan didn't want any help. He needed to be truly undercover so that he can find out what Count Dooku wants and the whole plan to kidnap this chancellor. So he got more credits, and then it goes back to Anakin talking to Chancellor Palpatine, because Anakin was just annoyed that he couldn't do anything because Obi-Wan's murderer was out there, or that he believed, because he's not the whole loop with the other Jedi. And then so basically Palpatine told Anakin where they possibly would be at, so that Anakin go in and basically take care of his business. But really, the Palpatine, he knows how to push Anakin's buttons, and he knows the kind of Jedi that Anakin is, that, he follows his emotions and everything like that. And, that's why the Jedi Council didn't want to tell Anakin, because, and also kind of leave him out of it, because they know that if he would do something that he would regret. And Obi-Wan's undercover as Hardeen, so things can happen if Anakin finds Hardeen, and then he possibly could kill him, and that's what the other Jedi didn't want to happen. So Anakin and Ahsoka go and they arrive on the planet, and it's funny because as soon as they arrive, Hardeen and everybody else just leaves, and it was pretty fun. And they were like right near the ship too, and I'm like, wow, just turn around. But Anakin, he was in no mood to talk. He was force choking everybody that he could, to get information out. And then he found out where he needed to go with Ahsoka, by the way. And then so when they stop by on this planet to get fuel, and then the confrontation happens, and we see a little bit of action from Cad Bane, with his um, rockets, in his boots, whatever. He was fighting Anakin for a little bit, and then two ships had crash landed, and Anakin was confronted by what he thought who was Hardeen, and then he almost kills Obi-Wan actually, but then Cad Bane had saved him, and he was gonna kill Anakin, but Anakin was still fighting back, but then at a point, Obi-Wan was grabbed Anakin, and then he kind of used, I don't know, this force technique to make Anakin go to sleep, and he was like, Anakin, do not follow me, and then, Anakin kind of got like some sort of message in his head, because later on when everybody else leaves, he tells Ahsoka that I felt Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan and Anakin are close friends, and he felt that Obi-Wan was still alive, and he needed to get to the bottom of this, and that's pretty much how the episode ends, because Morale Evolved gets the ship fixed and they leave off to their destination. So really in this episode, not really much happened, in the beginning, but it's more of a setup for the next episode, because I saw the preview just now and I'm gotta say I'm really excited. You guys should watch the preview, and trust me, I'm pretty sure that next week's episode is really gonna make this whole arc pretty interesting, really, with the bounty hunters, because I do love the bounty hunters in this, especially with Cad Bane and others that we saw from past seasons. The bounty hunter factor is really interesting in the Clone Wars universe. So thank you for watching this video review. Please tell me your thoughts on this episode, what you like about it, you disliked about it, your predictions for next week's episode, and thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe if you have not, comment your thoughts below, and please thumbs up if you did enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.